So before we head on the site visit and we hear from Jason about the technical aspects of the rubber mouldings, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Sam, I'm a content creator based here in London, and I've been creating content for the last 6 years. Now the whole point is I want to show you guys and discover the company together. I don't know anything about helicopters and I don't know anything about engineering, but hopefully by the end of it we will all know a little bit more. So the whole point of these videos is to share with you a story and also show the technical aspects. So when I can, whenever Jason's free, I'm hoping to grab him aside and just ask him about the technical aspect. So one, I learn, and two, you guys get to see exactly what each individual part that we're showcasing is going to be used for. So let's go and do the site visit and kind of see what we've got in store with the rubber mouldings. As an FYI, I have no idea what rubber mouldings are. It's so loud in here, it's crazy. But it's honestly really cool to be able to see the process of how it goes from like how these molds are created. It is incredibly loud in here. It's also very smelly.
Is you don't just mould it into a shape and it's done. You form the rubber into the right shape, but at the same time you're curing it. So you're chemically transforming the material at the same time that you're creating it, forming it into the shape that you want.
Yeah.
And that process of cross-linking all of those long molecules and things is what gives it the characteristics that you need.
Okay.
So you're starting with a material in a raw, unrefined condition, processing it into a state that's easy to be handled by the moulding machines and things. Then you mould it, but while it's in the mould, it's being chemically adjusted at the same time.
Okay.
And so you're not only creating the geometry, but you're creating the chemistry of the material requires as well.
Yeah.
And the other nuance of it is a lot of the things that you use rubber in are very much about how you create the rubber part that you want and then you bond it to something else. Part of the trick is how you bond the rubber to the metal, and create those laminates of metal and rubber, and it's those sorts of things that are really important, because the whole thing is dependent on those two things. You've got to get the shapes right and to a really tight tolerance. You've got to get the bonding right. That has to happen in situ in the mold, otherwise you don't get two shots at it. It's got to happen at the same time. So coordinating and developing a process that can deliver that's really important. And then on top of that, the actual material selection and handling, processing and forming the material is really important as well.
It was super interesting to see how rubber was made, and well, how they manipulate the rubber into so many different types of molds. Now over the next while I'm going to be showing you as much as I can, discovering the company, showing you who Hill Helicopters is, especially Jason, some kind of like behind the scenes type of vibe. But also we've got a lot of things coming up, so there's a lot of tiny little things that go into making a helicopter that I think sometimes we don't really realize. And that's what we've been looking at recently, is the seat design and how the ergonomics of the seat can work with different various sizes of people, but we'll get to that in another video. Now the whole point of these videos is to help you guys discover the helicopter company from the inside out, as well as me, because I have nothing to do with helicopters and I have no idea about engineering. And I'm hoping with these videos we can kind of show you a little bit of BTS. BTS is behind the scenes, just so you know. Do have a lot of site visits coming up soon. We've got the gears that are being manufactured or starting to be manufactured soon, which will be very interesting to go up for all of the stages of that. So I'll of course bring you guys along for that. We've got the site visit to the upholstery guys, which will be really interesting to see what fabrics they're going to be using within the helicopter. And then also myself and Jason are going to be setting up some camera rigs in his helicopter, or the helicopter he has access to get some line of sight video. Now the line of sight video will be working along with the seat design that I was talking about just now, and it's how it's all marrying up together, and it is really interesting, and I'm really excited to show you all kind of how it works. Seeing how the rubber was made today, it's going to be super exciting to go back there when they start manufacturing the rubber in the molds for Jason, for that rotor head at the top. It'll be really interesting to see that go from start to finish, so I'll obviously take you guys along for that journey as well. Now, if you do want to see more of these videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and drop a comment down below and let us know what type of content you'd like to see. So if there's any specific element of the helicopter company that you'd like to see, drop it down below and I'll get it done for you.